grow the economy, or if you don't manage the investment for the city, so every promise will be empty promise. You can say this, where the money come from, right? You needed to see a viable investment for the TDC or new transit city. The city like to invest with this, with some money, together with other. There's lots of money in the investment money in the outside. You don't need to take. Nobody needed to take the whole risk, so everybody needed to take a little bit of risk and get some benefit. If city like this, if you don't, now everybody think the city have lots of problem. Because why do the city have lots of problem? Because you don't know how to investment. You don't know how to take the risk, and you don't know how to take the leadership. Nobody want to invest you. You take the whole risk. You don't take the risk, nothing will be done, right? So the whole city is big. There are lots of money in there. If you don't know how to attract money, if you don't know how to investment with money, nobody will give you the money. Even the city councilor will not approve to you, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, the citizens of Toronto have no choice but to pay their taxes.
Everybody have to pay the tax. Now and that's the issue I always want to talk about. The government have lots of resources, lots of means to fund it, to feed themselves. You don't need to tax everybody to the death. If you think this is something very reasonable, needed to be done, ask donations, ask a volunteer basis, ask for investment. You don't need it to mandatory. Mandatory thing is mandatory, forceful. I don't like the forceful thing, This is not, it's a free country, right? A free economy. If we do everything forcefully, make people feel uncomfortable, not motivated, not feel, they live a life they want to be. So we want everybody happy. Like I was in a community center, right? In the Chinese community. In the last few years before the government involved my business, I was energized, motivated people, mobilized the community. Everybody associate with me or work with me are very happy. If you ask people there, do I make anybody angry? No. Did I make something so big? Yes. I have 3 years new Chinese New Year show, That's make everybody know, just like a carabiner, right? In the city. The second thing, I have a, investment summit. Nobody did this before. Everybody happy what I, organized. So this is organized skills, management skills. People would asking, the last time the global mayor asked me a question, I would tell you. Say, did you have experience in office before? Do I need a, the people who have the political vision, financial skills, you don't need everything have experience. You need to borrow other people's experience, you know what I mean? There are lots of experienced people have the experience. You don't need to be there. I never have experience before. I have managed investment so successfully, better than everybody else. I do not have any experience in the entertainment business. I did it so well. I don't have experience to mobilize 10,000 people to Ottawa. Nothing goes wrong. So that's the things you need. The people, the main ideas. Somebody, Mr. Donald Trump, right? He think, do you have somebody who can think big? Do you know somebody who can use other people's experience? Do you know how to, get things done? Right? I never have anything unfinished. Unless the government, that's what interrupted my business. That's why I'm running a business in the government.
So what the feeling I'm getting is that if you run the system like a business and you run it well, it does not matter what any politician can say about you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I will run better than everybody else, because the sense is nobody. If you're running, you know, the people who everybody, the candidates, right? Nobody run the mayor before, right? But every mayor, you know, everybody run for a mayor position, you know, anew. But the organization scale, mobilization, you know, motivate people, mobilization, you know, everything like this kind of skill, I have lots of them, right? I have lots of experience. Everybody knows it. So nobody have, you know, usually people have the community scale, usually they have a, you know, office scale. I have a social scale. Do you think that's bigger than everybody else, anything else, right? So that's what makes me so successful. You know, people call me so famous. That's one of the things, you know.
Thank you. One of the topics we're going to talk about is the G20.
Yeah, a lot of talk about the G20. G20 is wasting, you know, lots of money, spend lots of money, did not, you know, take the opportunity. The G20 actually is a great opportunity if I have that one. If I'm a mayor, do not need to ask the government to pay me. If you only give me the opportunity, I will use this opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about the police, the G20.
Yeah,
and the behavior of the police at the G20, and what that means for the future of Canada as far as the law enforcement is concerned. Before you start, there are 8,000 police officers in the city, close to 8,000. None of them have vouched for any political member.
Yeah.
Why? What would you do to gain their contribution? The police aren't endorsing any political candidates because all the political candidates have said that policing in Toronto is not a hot topic for the public.
Yeah, not true, because the police in Toronto should be a hot topic, because from G20 we know that, right? Now, G20 show you one thing is governments, how big it is, right? How many police it was there, how the police was doing, how the government organized G20 summit like this. You know, I went there. The G20 was going on. I want to see what's going on, right? The G20 leader at the convention center, I cannot go there. Then I see the whole city is police. You know, they say there's 20,000 police standing there as a police wall. The business is down, closed. People cannot go there. If I am running, you know, why now the government have to be, you know, isolate from the public, right? You're the government. You know, what are you afraid of? Now we also have so many police. Is there any safety problem? Every country have their own bodyguard or security force, right? You know, Toronto is you know, Canada is a peaceful country, is a democratic country. What we see is a police city. What we see is violent place. What we see is the government, you know, is afraid of the public, right? So also what I see is, you know, we wasting lots of money. We desert, you know, the business, means shut down the business. We see lots of violence because people are angry.
Well, one of the issues was that the police were enforcing a law that never was.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the police